Eminem 9/11 featuring Boo-Yaa T.R.I.B.E and Be Real. I think it's an old song because I saw a like fan-made video for it, but I've never heard it. Let's get it. I'm done talking. Oh, this is ha 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 Eminem. That's when he was with 50, boy. You are now walking into. That was a rich nigga flex right there. When you are able to roll with 50 Samoan, and why do Samoans grow so big and goddamn strong? They're like they be so big and strong and fast. They be so agile. I never understood. Great, Jeanette. Can we get a KBD award for Samoans? Y'all need, man, y'all a prime now. Y'all big.
There won't be no hoe in us. They pop shit like they're gonna do shit, but no one does. From New York down to Texas, back up to Los Angeles. We change the way we move, so man up if you can't adjust. You may end up getting rushed by too many to handle us. It's funny, I guess money.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Instantly, off rip, this old Eminem is just leaps and bounds better than the new Eminem. And for those of people who can't admit it, I almost feel like you didn't grow up with this M. And if you grew up with M after he got sober and got black hair, I understand because he's doing such a different thing. But notice, bro's not even going like crazy fast, crazy, which isn't bad when he does it necessarily, right? But it's just such good rapping. It's just because Eminem is a wordsmith, so he can easily rhyme Los Angeles to ridiculous to so effortlessly. He doesn't have any of the polishing. That's a lot of the gripes on modern M, and I hate when people talk that way about M without putting at least a caveat of the last like decade. Because there was a long time in M, if we go through his discography, where he was rapping, and all of the best Eminem songs, he's rapping like this because it's the best way to showcase how well this man can rhyme door hinge with orange. This guy can make anything rhyme. It's just the best way to showcase it.
You can't adjust. You may end up getting rushed by too many to handle us. It's funny, I guess money does have its advantages.
Oh!
And it isn't that we
wow! And didn't I say that off the first line? He popping money shit, but he's doing it in such a clever way. He ain't just flexing. He is just flexing, but 50 Samoans, that is a flex. Hey, you give me about I'm 6'1", 260. You give me 3 Samoans, nigga, ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody, I need 3 of them.
Need to handle us. It's funny, I guess money does have its advantages. And it isn't that we just think that we can't be touched.
And advantages rhyming with Los Angeles. I know it rhymes, but he adds that emphasis on that last syllable. So advantages, us. That's how you do that trick of rhyming anything. You manipulate and distort the word. It's just, bro, M's different. And I'm so happy I'm able to react to old M because, like, y'all remember when I reacted to the Elvis joint with M and I was like, I like what he's saying, but I just don't like how he's saying it.
Money, I guess money does have its advantages. And it isn't that we just think that we can't be touched. It's not like we're just feeling ourselves that much. It's just that if someone ever does put us in the clutch, we just know that you ain't gonna be the one who's gonna do it. 'Cause first of all, you're pussy and everybody can see that. You fuck around, get caught in a spot that you shouldn't be at. Got no business being and we ain't even gonna be in.
He from 8 Mile.
Gonna hear nothing, no one's gonna see the shit and they'll be in and about it. The boys is about it, and the noise from clutch your fouls be drowned out by the crowd and you be late.
And you know it's just, oh my God, bro, the flow isn't just the flow. Listen to what he's saying. Eminem was so good and is so good at articulating what his lifestyle feels like, which is the most hip hop shit ever. And so Eminem is he And it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like with some people it's going to be a gimmick. I like MGK, I really do, but I do think a lot of times when he's doing the I hate my fame thing, it's a shtick. I don't necessarily believe he genuinely doesn't like the fame as much as he does with as many publicity stunts as he's pulling, with the vials of blood around your neck. I mean, clearly you're enjoying this somewhat, but thing about M is like, bro, he's a recluse by nature. He doesn't go out very much, like, super in public. You're not going to catch him doing all of these press things. When 50 Cent offered this man I can get us multi-millions of dollars to go on tour, he said no because he doesn't want to miss Haley's graduation. It might have been at the time. Something to do with Haley, right? He's different. So I do genuinely believe you through your action and your word that this is how you feel. And he's just telling you these are the consequences of becoming a megastar. Damn near, some niggas would call him a pop star because he's so big. Now, I wouldn't disrespect rap that much and act like no, the biggest artist, that nigga from rap. He's one of ours. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Let's see, is we back? Yup.
No one's gonna hear nothing, no one's gonna see the shit, and they'll be in and about it. The boys is about it, and the noise from clips of fouls be drowned out by the crowd, and you be laying on the ground getting trampled by people dancing till the club closes and clears out, and that's when they see you flatten. Nobody saw it happen, all cause your jaws are flapping, and you couldn't stop yapping and took it past rapping. It ain't about the music no more, it's about trying to show off, and it feels like any minute the bomber's about to go off. This shit's about to change.
And it's not, I even put it's not, Eminem comes from a culture of hip-hop. Eminem comes from a world of hip-hop, a similar world that I come from. And so, like, sometimes these acts that, in this world of YouTube that I exist in for a lot of my life, like, during the day, you know, a lot of the percentage of my life is spent on YouTube, right? We don't live by hip-hop rules, and sometimes I'll seem crazy. Sometimes I realize if someone made a YouTube video about me, the first thing my queso instinct to do is to call the homies I got in your city. That is my first instinct. You can go ask, niggas have had to get me off this phone, try to make that phone call so I can get your bitch ass touched. Yes, that's facts. But then I realized this isn't the world I exist in. That's not how it is anymore. I have to change that, right? But it's so refreshing. And even though this isn't necessarily a great thing that we should get touched and shit, but it's refreshing when I hear someone who comes from a like mentality. It's refreshing when I'm able to hear you say it because it makes me not feel so crazy. Yes, we live in a world of respect. I guess that's just how we rock. Like, nigga, I'm men of respect. You not finna catch me up here saying anything on this microphone, this little blue microphone right here, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to catch me saying anything on there that I wouldn't say to a nigga, like to the person, to the content creator. You got that I wouldn't say to the rapper. So I've always lived by that rule. Some niggas don't. So I don't think the niggas with the in the comments, I don't think you would say that to me. I don't think when I tell you I don't like Ren or I don't like NF, I don't think you niggas would start calling me the things you call. But I get it. It's a different world we live in. It is. It really is. And I'm not mad at you for it. It's probably for the better because maybe I want to start talking crazy, but I ain't no hoe.
The bomber's about to go off. This shit's about to change. We ain't playing no games. We ain't watching neither of they. We ain't saying no names. Shit just ain't the same. The kids get this
shit ain't the same.
It ain't about it pops. Those days are gone. Ain't about trying to rip shop to get props no more. It's about trying not to get popped and get dropped to the floor. Hip hop is in a state of 911.
And I love Eminem's rapping at this time. This is the peak of Eminem, and to me, is that era when he gets with 50. Because when he gets with 50, it's not that 50 makes his rap better. It's Eminem's life was way different. He's always been a superstar, and he's always been affiliated to Dr. Dre, which will come with that some West Coast beef. But he's a Detroit artist who is international, so he was able to, that would be somewhat avoidable. But when you get with Get Rich or Die Trying 50 Cent, when you get off with How to Rob 50 Cent, when you get off Supreme Team Beef 50 Cent, Murder Inc. Beef 50 Cent, from Jamaica Queens, 9 Shots, where everybody in the crew has to have bulletproof windows, yeah, the energy's a little different. So now Eminem, as remember I complimented him earlier as the guy who's very good at giving his what his life looks like. He's good at articulating. I love that about him. I can feel him. So now look at what his life looks like when he's with 50. But it looked like a gangster movie. And the music sound like it from M. And it's got this edge because you hear them stories of when Suge pulled up to the in the club music video shoot. And Eminem he went out ready for war. You hear them stories. So it's just dope. As a hip hop fan in the way I am, this is so dope to me. It is. It's fuego.
Step off my holster, cause shit is getting
Hold on.
Hip hop is in a state of 911. Step off my holster, cause shit is getting serious. All these drugs you be fucking with make you delirious. Thinking you coming with heat, yo son, I'm curious. How long are you gonna hate us and judge us and jury us? Some people can never fade us, they make us so furious. Mistake us for fakers, homie, we greater and glorious. We live it for real and others just making the stories up. Illusions are broken, so live it up, you corny fucks. If you take a fucking minute to think about what you done when you stood against the gangster who live and die by the gun. Kinda hot one, spraying you bitches till there is none. I'm like a rolling stone, homie, I got you under my thumb. You silly little.
And you gotta give all props to Cypress Hill. You gotta Be Real is such a real nigga, and he's a real one, and appreciate what he doing for that ganja game right now. Listen to what he's saying. So, like, in my old occupation, if you know, you know, there was some dudes that I had to deal with, whether because of the price was good, whether it's like the control they might have had at a certain section, right? And certain people I'd have to deal with were incredibly dangerous. And not on top of being incredibly dangerous, they're also incredibly volatile and erratic, right? And so when I went into those situations, I learned as a young man, I'm not the toughest nigga alive, and even if I was, I don't need to prove it at all times. And I learned that some people's mental stability isn't where my mental stability is. And so something that would trigger me something that wouldn't trigger me might trigger them. I say all that to be said. I learned how to navigate amongst those, you know. And so when you hear me in the songs talking about, like, yeah, nigga, we be with the killers, like, yeah, we learned how to survive with the killers. We really did. We learned how to survive with the I guess scariest niggas in the world. I've learned I can deal and navigate amongst some societies the same way. And that has taught me how to, when I deal with like a CPA or like a 50-year-old white dude, I can deal in that situation too. Not saying that he's the same guy as this guy, but people are people. And when you realize how to navigate and deal in a world of respect, you will never trigger people. And even if you do, you know I'm a respectful person. You'll deal with me as such. The person who becomes accustomed to disrespecting people with no repercussions, you're just a fool. Because if you actually live by that mentality, go do that in public. Really, like really. Challenging niggas to YouTube boxing matches. Go do that in public. See if we don't up you. I would take you to a neighborhood right now. I'll take you somewhere right now. Go challenge one of them niggas to a YouTube boxing match. See if we leave both of us, right? Why would you even want to be in that situation? Now, you ain't got to go deal with them niggas, but you be in the club, you're going to run into a couple of them. We should all learn to deal in respect, and that's what they're saying. What is this game? What is the world with no respect? What is the world where a man can just disrespect you? This is crazy.
Bringing you bitches till there is none. I'm like a rolling stone, homie, I got you under my thumb. You silly little bitches can end up right up in ditches. We cut you and give you stitches for envy and all our riches. You game's just like a midget, you clocking a small digit, dealing with the giant Goliath. People, that's how we live it. Come on. Shit's about to change. We ain't playing no games. We ain't watching either a day. We ain't saying no names.
And this is back in the era of hip hop where we love hip hop. I don't give a fuck. If you learned of hip hop through Ice Spice and stuff, you don't love hip hop. If you learned through hip hop through memes and viral things, you're not necessary. I know you could learn to love hip hop, but don't get it confused that you love hip hop, right? Don't think that it's the same thing. You could later love our shit, right? My culture, it could be yours. But don't think if you're watching Ice Spice, we're doing the same thing. So this is the era. In Ice Spice stuff, they don't like her music. They like her. So her songs are going to be like 1:30 with a lot of butt shaking. These are two high-level MCs. They're going to give you about 5 minutes of bars, and we're going to love it. Pause.
Hip-hop is in a state of 911. It ain't about hip-hop, cause those days are gone. Ain't about trying to rip shop to get props no more. It's about trying not to get popped and get dropped to the floor. Hip-hop is in a state of 911.
And it's crazy. M even is saying, you know, like, this isn't necessarily a good thing, right? And I do think it. The industry, and Eminem kept saying things like this. The industry is changing, intertwining with gangsters. So in the land of a killer, a sinner's mind is a sanctum. That's Eminem. Craziest bar I've ever. That is the craziest bar of all time. But what I'm trying to say, screw put me onto, he's like, nigga, what? This the crazy. But I say that to say, it's a double-edged sword, right? So you can't propagate everything that comes with the streets and not think that consequences of them will come. And I'm saying that to M, you know? I'm saying that as, and I love these music where we can really have real discussions, a real think pieces, real, because he's actually saying something of merit, or that's worth merit. You can't be gangster rapper, screw all these guys, I would rob everybody in the game. That's what 50 was doing. 9 shots, beefing with drug kingpins, and not to think, because you're making a lot of money based off of that, right? Not saying you don't have talent, but 50 Cent used to get on stage with bulletproof vests, my nigga. We know what, it was a part of the story. It's like you hear the shots dropping at the beginning of his album. Well, M, if you're in that world, if you're monetizing off that, I can't be selling McDonald's ads on here and then start complaining that my subscribers got fat. It come with it. And I'm just saying, from a world that I understand, but I do understand M's perspective of, I came in this to be the dopest dude. I came here where we're rapping at the music factory and shit. Like, I'm trying to get bars off. This wasn't about her. And he's a battle rapper where you could really disrespect a nigga, but within the, you hear M's disses. And he's ready. He got 50 Samoans. He knows though. He knows I can't disrespect niggas with no repercussions. I'm just ready.
Gangster who come to pay you.
Hip-hop is in a state of 911.
Gangster who come to pay you a visit on the shit you call hip-hop. Dysfunction is where it's headed. When I put it in motion, my focus is getting breaded. My appetite for destruction is blasted because I said it. Got you stumbling for cover. This music dying in numbers, but you wouldn't pause and wonder, admitting it's all glamour. When you enter the business, you thinking you running shit. You witness that funny shit. Your bitches, they ain't shit. We gangsters, we blast first, ask questions later on.
Facts.
Imitators parading like they some players trying to save hip-hop. The task is something greater, cause we old-fashioned coded with loyalty motivators. Getting cotton, I tell him.
Now look what he said. This is Boo-Yaa T.R.I.B.E. I don't know who this is. First I thought it was Tribe Called Quest, but Boo-Yaa T.R.I.B.E. I don't know who that is. But yeah, fun though. I even forgot what he said.
Later on, these imitators parading like they some players trying to save hip-hop. The task is something greater, cause we old-fashioned coded with loyalty motivators.
Yeah, and so like when I hear NF rap about how he doesn't like the state of hip-hop, right? I go, NF, you don't even, dog, come on. And I know I'm about to piss off the NF fans. I don't care. Dog, come on, bro. Shut up. Like, it's not, what are you talking about, bro? This is a culture that was founded with flaw. I never claimed it to be perfect. But if you don't like it, a lot of people don't like hip-hop for a lot of the reasons hip-hop is hip-hop. And they look at all the things that even members of hip-hop are anointing as problems. We're saying not all this stuff is right, but he's saying, bro, you can't, how can you fix it? Bro, we live by a different set of morals and codes. And unless you live by that moral or code, you sort of shit out of luck if you're trying to change them. Because the first thing you're going to do before you want to change somebody is you're going to have to lead them. And before you lead them, you're going to have to know them and understand them. And until you do that, bro, you're just throwing wind you're just pissing in the wind.
Getting cotton, not telling, or more like killing, not caring. I'm riding against the feeling, no fear when Gates is dying. I'm in a full circle with homies that's supposed to bleed on an 8-mile mission with Cypress and OGs.
Some shit's about to change. We ain't playing no games. We ain't watching either a day. We ain't saying no names. Shit just ain't the same.
Like, no,
hip-hop is in a state of 911. It ain't about hip-hop, cause those days are gone. Ain't about trying to rip shop to get props no more. It's about trying not to get popped and get dropped to the floor. Cause hip-hop is in a state of 911.
all I hear is, as I rip through you, Isuzu, they say the message, am I getting through you? Am I getting through to you? And you motherfuckers don't even know. It's new to you. It's like you take some bigger than pipe, you mix it up with a little. I can't even remember, but that was Certified Vibe Check. The song I'm singing is Patiently Waiting, Eminem and 50 Cent. Reaction by me right here, being music video by me right here. Bow, or go listen to Patiently Waiting. I'll let you get that because they snapped. Now I'm out. KBD family, love y'all. Salute. I'm gone. Subscribe, girl.